Today is Tuesday, 15, 2025. We are in a CPI day and we are post CPI. This candle here is the CPI release. We are in all-time highs and we start with a huge regular trading hour gap. This one is the regular trading hour gap. We do not have any target on the upside because we are in all-time highs. Now, what does price do? Drops down, takes this sell side here. And what do we do after the sell side is taken? We try to find a PDRA on our predetermined level to target this high because there's nothing else. This is our first presented fair value gap. And what do we see? There's no PDRA on our predetermined levels. Our predetermined level is the first presented fair value gap here. It's very short. The upper place of the regular trading hour gap in the mid place. We see this gap here, but it's not on our predetermined levels. So we have no entry. We see price continues, takes again the sell side. So we can try now and find a PDRA in our predetermined levels. We see nothing again. So there's no entry here. There's nothing in here. This is our first presented fair value gap of the lunch session. We see price goes back and forth, nothing to be noticed here. And then takes sell side again. And after taking sell side, what does it do? He makes a PDRA on our predetermined level. So you have an entry here. This fair value gap. And stop loss down here. Now, why the stop loss down here and not below the fair value gap like always? Because there's also this inversion gap on our predetermined level. And this consecutive inversion gap, you need to take into consideration both gaps here. You treat this as one consecutive fair value gap. And what do you target? There are all this buy side here, but because we are in a down trading day, you cannot target all this up here. You will start taking partials after every target. You start here in the high below the first presented fair value gap of the lunch session. One partial here, one partial here, and then price will hit you break even or in profit. Depends on where you move your stop accordingly. And look now. What does price do here? We take all this buy side here. And after taking the buy side, what does it do? It makes a PDRA on our predetermined level, our first gap of the lunch session. So do you now when you see that you look for a potential target? Do we see relative equal lows? Yes, this one here. So you can also take this trade here. And you target this one here. You might be a little bit greedier and not close here and target the first presented fair value gap of the afternoon session here, so that you go to 1 to 2. I don't think it's correct to target this one here. This is it was very energetic. You cannot consistently expect to do that. So something else. When you have this entry here, let's see what ES does at this level. Look at this here. ES drops down here. He makes the PD array on a predetermined level, but ES does not make a PD array on a predetermined level. So what does it do? It drops down again. It makes a divergence with NASDAQ. And then it forms the PD array, which is this order block that is on our predetermined level. It's the upper portion of the new week opening gap, and this is the first presented fair value gap of the week. So you can take, if you do not think that this was clean enough, you could have entered in the ES using this order block here. Stop loss below. And you can target these relative equal highs here. This is the first target. You probably take partials along the way, because you cannot, it is not reasonable to assume that it's gonna take all this back. So that's it for the day. I hope you find this useful, and I'll see you at the next one.